Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
We're here in the afternoon for the first time in a while.
And a late one, too. It's Wednesday. It's Wench Eve.
Almost evening.
I know. Ugh.
Yeah, pushed it a little close this week, huh?
I know. I miss that song already. I'm really upset.
We should have listened to the rest of it.
Well, it's too late for that now. We'll save it for the end.
I've been really waiting on pins and needles.
Yeah, me too. But, what did you do? Okay. So I'll start with the backstory. So I recently discovered, thanks to Courtney, bitch. She introduced me to Chappell Roan.
Yeah.
Right? And I was just like, who?
Excuse me.
And I'll be honest, when I first, I thought she was a drag queen.
Chappell Roan.
Yeah. Chappell Roan. Yeah. But and I wanted so badly to not like her because influence.
I feel like that's older generation stuff.
Right?
We're older than her and it's why?
Well, yeah.
I did the same thing with Billie Eilish though.
I love her.
I love her
too.
Yeah.
Same. I didn't like her when I first, because the whole world was just like, this bitch is stupid.
She's 14 years old and she thinks she's
spiders crawling out of her mouth, and it's just, it was a mess. But, I took it upon myself, and I bought this bitch's t-shirt before I'd ever even listened to her music.
You did. It was
just because
so cute.
I learned her presence is she's a lot.
Yeah.
In all the good ways.
Yeah. She's the whole package. I
think. Is.
Yeah.
What I wouldn't give to sit down and talk to that woman.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to talk to her. So the other day I get the audacity every now and then.
And she yes, she does. I'll let you get further in
I
first.
get the audacity every now and then, and I'm like, there's hair in my mouth or something, or it's on my mic. I don't know. It's touching me. Stop touching.
Sorry, I trimmed my beard over there before we started.
Autism.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I have this thing where, if I like somebody and I listen to them, I have this reciprocation thing, and I'm like, she hasn't listened to me yet, so I'm gonna send it to her.
And so Kristen proceeded to sit on this couch in here it was a good 20 minutes. You sat for a solid 20 minutes, and she had this really hard look on her face. Her eyebrows were knitted together, and she's like, I'm like, what are you doing? And she's just like, I'm DMing Chappell Roan.
Duh.
And
we're besties.
Right? She's like, I'm going to send her the link to the podcast. And she sent her the link to one of the first episodes, the Bible Belt lesbian episode.
Yes.
Which, it fits for her.
It does. And I felt like that would, if she were to glance at it, that would be the one.
Right?
To call her in, to call her home.
To call her home to this round table on this
red
couch.
And so Bex had pre-ordered this album, the Peaches and
the
Cream
1 year.
album.
Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of the Rise and Fall of the Midwest.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to it. We've got to get the
record player out and
player
kick in.
going.
But yeah, it's gorgeous too. It's like a pink,
it's
peachy
so
pink. And it's
cute.
got glittery stars in it.
Yeah.
Way to go, bitch. Good
if
job.
I was a Care Bear, I'd want to be that color.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so she DMs her, and she has to how you only get so many characters, in the message, and she's like, I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I can't say that. It's about licking her toes, and then just goes back to it, and I'm like, what the fuck are you saying to this woman? She's gonna have a restraining order against us before we even start.
I think it was a respectful message.
I still don't even know what it said, and honestly, I really don't need to know. It's fine.
No.
But I know.
You all get this out there to Chappell.
Get it there.
Yeah.
Somebody.
We want her to listen to us. Because she's our vibe. We're wenches of the round table, you know?
She came out in a fucking suit of armor.
The suit of armor and the chainmail.
She fits right in. That ass and that chainmail, girl.
Ass.
Wobble-dee. Yeah. No, 100%. But so the funny thing is, and I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was.
Shut up.
But I've been manifesting. So Kristen sent the link to her with that episode in it. And not in 10, 15 minutes, that episode had been downloaded
Had been listened
3 times.
to. Yeah. Yeah, and it was weird because it's not been listened to for a while.
Yeah, it was because we're on episode, this will be 21,
Mm-hmm.
and that was episode 2.
We made it into the doubles. Look at us.
Yes.
21.
Keeping it consistent. But yeah, so that she's listening to us already.
She's already listened. I'm going to go ahead and manifestly claim it that Chappell listened to Bible Belt Lesbians.
And she will be on this podcast one day.
We're manifesting it.
Every day. I say it 3 times a day, every day on the one good foot that
We're
I have.
obsessed, Chappell. Go you. And I know it's creepy and I know it's weird and you need your space, but come share space with us.
Yeah, for sure.
You can sit in Becky's lap.
Well, if she consented, I would ask. But yeah, if you want to, it's open. I'm in a wheelchair at the moment.
We love you.
It's fine. Thank you. You're hot to go.
HOTT. She's not the only one I've messaged, though.
I know. She's got a whole list, and I'm terrified. I don't have a clue what they say. We're going to end up in some lawsuit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, that story kind of leads into the subject matter for today. As
am I was that a red flag?
Are we red flags? I mean, I know we have them. We both have them.
I'm red flag, like.
You're a red banner.
Yeah, I'm a whole banner.
Mm-hmm. But you're my kind of banner, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is a little red flaggy, but like I would rather somebody send me something awesome to listen to than a dick pic.
That's true. Sometimes they send both. And the audio is over that dick pic is not what we're talking about sounding good.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, I guess, would it be examples of red flags? Because I know I have several examples.
I guess, yeah.
How do you
examples everybody knows the common ones, like basically the 10 Commandments. If they go against any of that,
well, it's
step
like
away.
The 10 Commandments of red flagging and how to recognize a narcissist without a telescope kind of go hand in hand.
They do in a way. So, what were the red flags from the narcissist episode? It was like demanding for change was one of them. Of simple things.
Heightened self-worth, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Ego.
Yeah.
100%.
Jealousy, things like that.
So I wouldn't consider myself a normal girl, but I feel like I compare myself to like what I see on media because who the fuck knows what normal actually is.
Yeah.
So as far as like portrayed stuff on media, I feel like I'm a normal girl, but I feel like at the same time I have some of my red flags aren't red flags that everybody would have.
No, and that's, it's very case specific. Like,
like if you have a Punisher tattoo. That is the biggest red flag.
If you're younger than 50 and you're wearing New Balance, what are they, 575s or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
My husband has those and I love it.
Yeah. Well,
I could see you not being into it though.
Well, I'm also gay. So there's that. I don't care what are on men's feet.
Yeah. So any of the other New Balances is okay though because she's gay.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the 574s. Those make your feet look cute.
So give me your list. What you got? What's your first one?
My first one was just like the love bombing.
Yeah.
And like these, disclaimer, these are all my own personal experience, either something I've done or have been done to. It's reciprocated both ways.
Yes.
So, it's not the end all be all list. So,
yes.
But so yeah, love bombing was the big one for me.
Love bombing's such a hard one for me because I get like every new relationship I've been in and I watch. Like, I own a salon, so I see
your drama central,
all the things. And I watch these girls, like, get excited about their new relationships, too. And they, like, we all love bomb in a way.
Yeah. But they're, like, I guess in my situations,
yes,
it's been, the love bombing has gone to the point where here, I'm going to get you so many gifts and do so many things for you and take you these places and do these things, but then I'm going to make you feel guilty because I don't have any money.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know if I like that. That grosses me out a lot.
Doesn't it? Saying it out loud gives me the ick, but I'm like, good. It should give me the ick at this point in my healing journey. Bitch, you fucking put up with that shit. I'm sure I've done it.
Yeah.
Not, we all have horse shit, but
I feel like lack of reciprocation would be mine.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the first turn off for me, and I will leave as soon as it happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If I put more effort into something than you do,
yeah,
I'm not into it.
No. If you have to constantly beg, like you shouldn't have to beg for things in your relationship.
That's not love. It comes easier than that.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Reciprocation.
Right. So I have a list, actually. I came prepared for this one today just because I was just reflecting on, my life and this, that, and the other.
You're having a healing moment. Hold on. Can we pause for a second and talk about the fact that the cast is off?
Oh, yeah. My foot's free.
We forgot to catch everybody up.
Yeah. I got it sawed off on Monday. And it was really bad because I don't like... So the girl comes in and she's got the sawzall or whatever the fuck it is.
The sawzall.
That vibrating horse shit thing. I think it's called like a cast off or something.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Yeah. But anyway, she brings it in and she's like, you don't want the other one. I walked into the room and the blade flew off of it and about hit me in the head. And I just looked at her. I was just like, oh no. I was like, is that the one the blade just flew off of? She goes, oh no, this is the other one.
Oh my goodness.
I said, girl. So she comes at me with this cast saw that may or may not be a death trap, even though they say it doesn't cut. But that bitch burns when you get...
Listen, Lord willing, shit'll happen.
Well, so she starts cutting it off, and I use the term cutting loosely. She had some trouble. Okay. So she runs the saw down.
Negotiating. She was negotiating it off with the saw.
They were having a conversation. But, and you have those like walnut crackers or whatever that you like rip it open with, the little pliers that like reverse pliers or whatever they're called, And she can't get it in there. She didn't cut it enough to get the spreaders. Whatever the fuck they are. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
To get the little tool in there to crack it open.
I can relate to that.
And she's like, I can't get it. And so she's like hitting my cast with these anti-pliers and it hurts.
Like you just feel it reverberating
I'm like,
your soul.
I can feel my plate wiggling, lady. Like, can you quit? I'm just kidding. My plate's not wiggling. It shouldn't be anyway. But so she's trying and cannot get it. So she's got to call somebody else. And now, mind you, I'm in like an awkward, like twisted position, like with my leg held at some oblong
because
angle.
You're probably 2 foot longer than the table.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have like no strength in anything. So I'm having a hard time holding myself into this position and my foot's turned a weird way. And I'm like, can you just fucking like, let me do it. I'll do it. I can do it.
Give me that fucking saw.
I was like, just let me have it, please. And so she calls in another girl. She can't get it either. And she's like, well, you didn't even cut all the way through it. And so they go back to sawing my leg off again. And I'm like, oh my God, I can feel it like, I know it's not rattling, but it feels like it's rattling.
Yeah.
Like with the vibrations.
Probably similar to tattooing over top of a bone.
Yes. And like with some, it's awful. It just felt terrible. It was very overstimulating.
Yeah.
But they finally get it off. And then these people expect me to fucking walk on it.
They're like, okay, you're done.
And he's like, can you stand up? I'm like, no.
I haven't used this thing for 2 months.
No,
actually,
I
it's
can't
been longer.
Yeah. Well, 8 weeks and 2 months completely.
Since surgery, but you've not used it actually. And since, you were walking in the boot, weren't you?
Yeah. I could still wander around without the boot
Probably
a little.
Shouldn't have, but you did.
Yeah.
So we're out of our cast and we're about to break out the house.
Oh God. Listen, and I, like I told you yesterday, I don't know what I expected this to feel like when I got it off, but this isn't it at all. This shit fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Dude. Like it hurts. Like I cannot put my foot flat on the floor, because I've lost range of motion and all of my, my ligaments have been repaired and cut and sewed back together, shorter, and it's all tight. You know, even my Achilles tendon is shortened.
Yeah.
Like, it's awful. And you should have seen the hair. But you know what I don't understand, and this is so off topic. I'm so sorry. We should have led with this. But I had only the hair was only growing in like a band around my
band
calf.
of hair.
Yeah, but it was like gorilla hair. It literally curled, like it kinky. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I've lost the whole sole of my foot and skin. I've been picking that off for days.
It was pretty flaky.
You should see it now.
Yeah, they were
it's worse.
Frosted flakes for sure.
It was like skin slime.
Just put that in a cereal bowl.
Shut your fucking mouth. Oh, but anyway, that's a red flag.
Red flag if you eat your skin.
Oh my God. Anyway, I hear that extreme emotional reactions.
Oh, yeah.
That is, so quick back to the topic.
Yeah.
Extreme emotional reactions.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that is also a very taught thing.
Oh, absolutely.
In the opposite end too. Because there was, and I mean, I grew up where there were a lot of troubled people. Mm-hmm. So yes, it was red flag central down there because none of us knew what we were doing or how to get out of it. But there were many, many people of many, many different colors, and some people are just emotional and loud, and they laugh loud, they dance loud, they celebrate loud, they cry loud, they pain loud. And I feel like with people like you and me and our upbringing in the ways of the Baptist church, it's more of a sit there, shut up, and accept what is. You know?
Yeah.
Like, don't complain.
Right.
And I've actually as I've grown, I've been like, I think it's okay to complain.
It is.
I think it's okay, especially if you're doing something about it. You know? But sometimes it's just venting, getting it off your chest. You don't need to sit with that shit.
Well, yes. And there's a lot of sides to that. You got that people that express loudly.
Yeah.
Which I understand. Shit, I'm fucking loud.
You're fucking loud as fuck. We both are, though.
Oh, you can hear us coming. I hear her out in the yard before she even gets close to the house. But taking really minuscule situations and blowing them so out of proportion.
Yes.
That every time I think about this, it makes me so angry to think about the fact that I allowed somebody to treat me this way. Mm-hmm. And it just like, it breaks my heart, honestly.
It makes you feel, you're like, oh my God, you're fucking stupid. Why did you go through that? Why did you not see that? Why were you
with somebody
okay
that
with this?
Wasn't even close to being worth it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Another specific situation that comes to my mind about, having an extreme emotional reaction. When we were in the apartment, somebody, people get their groceries delivered. Right.
Yeah.
And somebody had brought groceries and left them at our door. Right. And they sat out there for a while. And finally we were like, we're going to take these in. Like, I'm not letting good food go to waste,
Yeah.
And, so, and like, there was some like good stuff in there. There was like steaks and all sorts of things. Good shit. Right. Expensive shit that we would not have been able to buy on our own at the time. Right. So, and we had a plan. And I love to cook. One of my love languages is cooking for somebody. Yeah. Right. Because like I'll cook it and then I don't even want to eat it. Like I just want you to
watch them.
I just want to watch you eat it.
Yeah.
But so like I found a recipe for like garlic steak tips kind of thing, and did all that and made vegetables and this, that, and the other. And I worked all afternoon on this shit. Right.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned if I didn't get screamed at for making it in a way that she didn't want to eat it.
What? And
then refused to eat it.
Did you take her to get an autism diagnosis?
No, I wanted to push her down the stairs. But that moment.
That's when you go knock on all your neighbors' doors and be like, was it you that ordered groceries earlier? Here you go.
Yeah, I made this for you. Like, it's just like that. It breaks my heart to think about that. It's just like I worked all afternoon just to get like threatened to be thrown out for the 38th time that month.
Yeah.
Like it was awful.
Ew. That's a red flag.
Right?
That's gross. How long did you stay after that?
I think it was like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Because then after that, she told me she cheated on me. Like I didn't already know.
Yeah, I would say that's probably why she did that, was hoping that you would leave.
Oh, probably. I mean, the whole situation was manipulative anyway.
I feel like that's one of the favorite things that Colby does, is he cooks for me all the time. But we talk about that.
Yeah.
He's definitely a love language in food as well, and I hate that somebody abused that. That is such a red flag.
I refused to cook for the longest time after that because it scarred me on. And as stupid as that sounds, like you think about it and it's just like, that's kind of really dumb to get upset about, but
yeah,
it cut me like deep.
It hurts me to even tell Colby it needed more salt.
Right?
You know, let alone like
Especially,
watching him put all that effort in.
Exactly. When, it's taking you all afternoon and I did, you do your best to cook it just right. And it's just like you get a temper tantrum talking about how you can't eat any of that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Spoiled brat.
I don't have patience for people who don't eat food.
It's like, especially if somebody went to the time to make it for you.
Yeah.
Like, just, even if you don't like, you know what? Even every single time that I've eaten something that somebody has made for me and I don't like it, I eat it anyway.
Yeah.
I keep my opinion to myself. I'll talk to my mom about it, but I tell my mom everything, But like, I'm not going to do that to them because I know how much it hurt me to have somebody do that to me, especially when I tried so hard to do it right.
I feel like maybe everybody faces that a lot. Because, I mean, kind of with the orchid on the piano situation, too.
Oh, God, yeah.
It was kind of similar. So maybe that was a good sign because that was red flag central, too. You never turn down flowers.
No, especially an orchid. Do you know how expensive those are?
Like, if it were me that you were surprising and I wasn't into you, it would be like, oh, my God, thank you for the gesture, we're really great friends and I would love to hang out with you, but I don't want to.
But I appreciate you so much for thinking of me. Like, I mean, there's really no
brighten my day.
Right.
I never get flowers,
There's really no good way to reject somebody. It's going to sting no matter what.
It is, but you don't have to be a cunt.
Right?
Can I say that?
You're gonna.
We did.
So like, yeah. So that's one of my red flags.
Yeah.
And then gaslighting. Making you feel crazy for things that happened.
Mm-hmm. I've got an issue with that one too because that's a healing thing as well, and I know the people that I've watched in several different phases of healing still have that issue up until almost the bitter end of really letting go of their old person. So I feel like on the spectrum that healing is, that you see that even when somebody might be more good than shit,
yeah.
Because I like shitty people.
Me too.
I love a shitty person. Give me the Trailer Park Tammy.
Oh, Raggedy Ann from the Trailer Hood.
Raggedy Ann from the Trailer Hood. That's what it was.
That's it. That's a good one. That's the next Barbie doll.
All right, what's your next one?
Substance abuse.
Ooh.
And there's that also is multifaceted.
It's so multifaceted.
In my experience, mine would be my person they were taking all of my anxiety medication because I was taking benzos at the time for my anxiety, and that was her pill of choice.
Yeah. And
so she was taking all of my medication, but making me think I took it all so that I would call and get more.
Yeah.
And then because I was on they gave me a 3-month supply, which is insane to think. That was before.
That they used to do that.
Yeah, that was before it is not like that anymore, nor do I take it. Leave me alone. But yeah, so I was getting 120 pills at a time, and I was taking this shit 4 times a day. Like, that's what I was prescribed. But I always came up short. And I was just like, I know I didn't. But, it caused me to have memory issues. Yeah. And I couldn't remember. Yeah. So I was just like, and I just got convinced that, no, you just forgot. You took more than you needed to. That's why you slept so much.
Yeah.
And then in reality, it was getting snorted off the bathroom counter.
Cute.
Yeah. So that's a red flag.
Yeah. I feel like substance abuse is definitely a sign of mental illness or a symptom.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I have had issues. I had an issue in college with muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
Sorry, mom and dad. I mean, my doctor put me on, what is it? The Tizanidine? Is that what it is? It's a real low grade muscle relaxer. But I was supposed to take it because he gave it to me to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. And I have insomnia. At the time, I had insomnia really, really bad. Like, I was drinking 2 bottles of ZzzQuil a night just to go to sleep. Like, because my tolerance had gotten so, and I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, nobody checked it. I was just like, I can't sleep. I'm doing anything I can.
Yeah.
And then so he gave me these muscle relaxers to help me go to sleep. And I think by the I was supposed to take 1, and they were 4 milligram tablets. I was taking 16.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And that's I mean, I've not told anybody that. That's the first.
Yeah.
But I won't touch them now.
Yeah. There's been a time or two that I've popped a recreational something.
But I guess I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, it's not working at this level anymore. I need more of it.
Yeah.
And I never told my doctor. Obviously, she would have a aneurysm.
Yeah. Which says that you knew you were doing something bad.
Yeah. Towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then fine. But I'm able to quit things cold turkey.
Yeah.
I've quit more than y'all started. Let me done tell you. Okay. But I threw them away. And I still, I can be around them. Like, it doesn't bother me. And now that I'm aware of what I was doing, I won't touch them. It's the same reason I won't have drinks. I don't drink alcohol.
That's one of the things that I've already been talking to the children about. And they're 11 and 8 is addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's DNA.
It runs in the family. Yeah.
It's DNA, and I can already see little signs of, and honestly, both of them from time to time, them getting carried away with stuff, which all kids do.
They're kids.
You get hyper-focused and all those things. But being able to be aware of the attitude change when it does, when you've overdone something.
Yeah.
Electronics is our big one.
Screen time. And it is. Screen time is a...
Listen, my kids be assholes if they're on that screen all day.
Yeah.
Like, don't want nothing to do with nobody. Only want to come into the kitchen like a little gremlin to get a snack and then right back
Scurry
to their bedroom. And I'm like, hey, was that a child or a rodent? I can't tell.
Maybe both.
How long has it been since you've showered?
Right.
That's what our summer was filled with. And I'm a pretty free-range chicken mama, but like...
Go touch some grass.
Whenever you come out of your room with, dark circles underneath your eyes because you haven't slept in 3 days because you've been scrolling your YouTube shorts, like, we got to have a conversation,
right. Which leads into my next red flag, which is an obsession with social media.
That's a hard one, too.
I know.
That's a hard one because I have to be on mine all the time. Colby, we had issues here. And it's not that Colby actually had an issue. He was just like, you asked me to put my phone down. Why don't you put your phone down? And I'm over here like, Adriana needs something.
Right. Yeah. And from my perspective, it's using social media platforms, whatever those platforms may be, to get attention from everyone else but your partner.
Okay.
Especially when you're running around forming emotional bonds with other people while leaving your partner at home to wonder. And that's not necessarily personal. I've been through it and I've seen it.
Yeah. I like doing all those things. Am I a red flag to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why do you think we're here?
I am a red flag. I like it whenever people tell me I'm hot.
Well, obviously, yeah. Okay, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I wouldn't know. Nobody tells me I'm anything other than stupid on the internet. So
Listen,
that's fine.
If they didn't fluff my ego would never be fluffed.
And that's fine. But you actively pay attention to your husband as well.
Oh yeah, he gets my.
That's what I'm saying. When you get more satisfaction out of people in La La Land, when you have somebody sitting next to you, do them a favor and just fucking break up with them.
Yeah,
because it's horse shit, and you don't need to be putting somebody
quit wasting
through
their
that.
time.
Exactly, that's a red flag.
Yeah, I agree there. 100%. I've had a lot of situations and even friendships where
and it's
you'd be in
just
the middle of conversation.
None of these are specific to romantic relationships. I have had friendships this way. You've had friendships this way. Family members this way.
Yeah.
It's everyone. It's people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can agree with that one. I do feel like vanity in a large amount is disgusting.
Yeah. Like have a humble spot to sit on every
Be
now
humble.
And then. Sit down.
Yeah.
You know. Which leads into the lying, cheating, and the stealing. You know, that's them red flagging.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind a little stealing every now and then.
Listen, everybody has swiped from Target, okay?
It's not Target or Walmart. It's more like I'm taking an extra couple creamers home to put in my coffee. Like I'm not.
You're not packing out sweatsuits.
No, and I might pop a grape in my mouth.
Yeah,
I might.
You know, one time when I was a kid, my friend, I didn't know. It dawned on me later in life. Like way on down the road. They used to have the drink coolers by the front door. Mm-hmm. We got drinks, and she's just like, you can drink it while you walk around. My mom's going to pay for it when we leave. And then she put her thing on the shelf. I stole. Mm-hmm. So to that grocery store in New Jersey, I'm sorry.
That's one of the reasons why I don't take from grocery stores, that I've got trauma there.
Yeah.
I've got trauma there. There was one time, and I hate to talk about the dead, but she was my mama, and it was my experience as well. And, you know, she did a lot of things, and there was a Kroger right across the road from where we lived, and that's where we frequented. She had already been kicked out of Walmart.
Oh, God.
So we're in the Kroger, and she's always like, get whatever you want. Go see if you can find some new makeup over there. Like, get out of my way, get out of my face kind of thing. And so I'd go find some new eyeliner or something and bring it back to her. She was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. Did you see how much the price was? And I was like, I'd tell her however much. And then by the end of the trip, there was an empty wrapper somewhere in the store, and the eyeliner would have been in a purse. This particular occasion, though, I don't know what we needed batteries for, but she didn't want to pay for them. And we were in there grocery shopping, and we got the food stamps, all that stuff. Because Mom, she was disabled. She was very not in good health. Mm-hmm. She hadn't been in a long time. But we're going through the checkout, and a manager comes and gets Mom and was like, ma'am, come with me. And she was like, but my kids are here. I can't remember which of the girls was with me. But she was like, my kids are here. And they're like, ma'am, you have to come with us. And they took her upstairs and did whatever they do upstairs. And then the cop comes over, and he's like, your granny will be here shortly. And I'm like, oh, goodness.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, goodness. She wasn't supposed to go back there either, but she changed her hair color on a normal basis and got away with it from time to time. So,
well, I had a friend in middle school who her grandma stole batteries from the Kroger.
Batteries are so expensive.
Right? Like, why are they so...
Why is that teeny tiny little watch battery $14?
I don't know, but I need a new one. And I
know.
I have to hike a leg just to get it.
And poor Marcy, her ceiling fan works off the remote.
Yes.
And the last thing she had it on was high.
Oh, well.
And her battery died, and I keep on forgetting about it. And every time you turn on her light, it's like you're in a hurricane. It's big loud. So she's in there trying to do her art in a hurricane. Oh. It's wild.
It's a new technique.
I should really get that battery. I'm happy I remembered. Right. I'll forget.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, that might be a red flag. But I mean, people be peopling.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite stories is the one about Robin Hood. You know?
Yeah.
I love that story.
Well, yeah, it works.
Especially whenever they don't pay taxes, and I do.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I do not support or endorse taking.
Theft.
Unlawful taking. Don't do it.
pay for your shit.
Pay for your shit, especially your artist stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Quit ripping off them songs.
Yeah, quit ripping those songs off.
Pay your artist. Go buy it on something.
Yeah.
And honestly, get the fuck off Spotify. Go buy your music.
Red flag is they don't shop local.
Oh.
For me.
Okay. Well, there's my red flag. I don't shop local. I can't even go local though.
Ew.
What do I need to buy local? Well, no, okay,
Everything.
I lied. I do go to the farmer's market. So yes, I do.
The farmer's market, Happy Meadows, there's tons of local restaurants. There's a lot of local farms out here. You just have to dig through it.
Excuse me, tons of local restaurants.
We just ate one today.
That's not local.
It is local. It's in the same fucking county. What do you mean it's not local?
Within like 10-minute radius.
Oh my God,
That's
Miss
not
Hop
local.
Along. I forgot you're disabled.
I am disabled. Thank you, bitch. I'm trying to get my sticker. That's a red flag. Somebody's constantly trying to get on disability, and they're under the age of 70. Excuse me, 60.
It can be a red flag, but they need love too.
Listen, please love me.
Love me.
Please accept that short term so I can park closer to the door. It hurts real bad to walk. I think this is my favorite red flag just because it's so fucking stupid to me that you could do this to somebody, but these bitches out here fucking doing it. Like, how do you just disappear for days at a time and not say a word to anybody? Well, you say words to everybody else, but whoever you're talking
to be with.
Yeah. And you just disappear and you come back like nothing ever happened and then won't talk about what happened. That's a red flag. If they're disappearing, bitch, it takes 3 seconds to say, go fuck yourself or something in a text message.
Yeah.
It takes 3 seconds. Look, I can type that real fast.
I text people like good morning or how are you before I even really actually decide if I actually want to talk to them or not. I don't know if you ever catch that. I'll send you something and then you'll respond and I'm like, do I want to respond to this right now or later?
Usually it's later. No, I just know it's how you are. But like you make effort. Like even if it is sparse, like you make efforts like, hey, I'm busy. But I'll be here. See,
I feel like if I can do it, everybody can do it.
And that's what I'm saying. It is not, especially when all you do is sit there on your phone. Mm. All you do is sit there on your phone.
Like you see my messages coming through.
Yeah. You're sitting there, quote unquote, playing a game, but you can't answer me or talk to me or do anything.
Some of those games do block out some notifications.
You got to get off of it at some point. And I don't know anybody, especially somebody that sits on their phone all the time, can't check messages.
Yeah.
And then they get mad at you when you don't put effort in. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you didn't reach out. I'm like, yeah, because you fucking didn't.
Yeah, that's a big red flag for me. Too.
Yeah, no, I'm going to sit here and wait for
my
you.
Phone number.
Yeah, phone goes both ways. Yeah, no, I've been waiting for it to go both ways, but now you've
one way for the longest time.
And now it's not going any way, but yet it's my fault.
Yeah, it is your fault.
Fuck me, I guess. That's my favorite one. Just because it's so fucking stupid.
It is.
If that is just like, and I never really wanted to admit it, but it is the epitome of if they want to, they will, and if they don't want anything to do with you.
Right.
Regardless of what they're telling you.
Here's your sign. There's your red flag.
Show or believe what people show you the first time they show it to you. Don't sit there and make excuses for them or find situations to make excuses for them. It's a red flag. Go away. Save yourself a lot of money and a lot of heartache. Just leave.
It's so cute because it's like it's you talking to you.
It is, because if you think for 1 second, I don't sit here and listen to myself after we're done. You're wrong. No, it is. Like, it's so stupid. Do not put up with that. That is not acceptable. That's not a healthy relationship. Your partner will not want to ignore you for days on end.
Truth. 100%.
They will not.
Yeah.
If they're having a mental problem, they will let you know. They will ask for space, and then they will reach out when they are ready.
Right. Communication or lack thereof.
Lack thereof.
Yeah.
If you constantly feel like you're in the dark, baby, you are.
You are. You've been left behind. Just move on.
The ship done left, bitch.
It's so funny that I feel like I had to say that to you like for 3 months there for a second.
You did.
I'm happy we came to this conclusion.
And it's just like, and it's frustrating. I know, and it's frustrating to admit it, and it's frustrating to acknowledge it because you don't want to acknowledge it.
No, you definitely didn't want to then.
No.
For sure.
I acknowledge it now.
I was gentle with it though, wasn't I?
Yeah. Till the end.
I was fucking tired of it by the end. I'm like, girl, come on.
Yeah.
You're a little dark cloud. We're moving on. I pushed you right out that door.
You did. You did. And now the sun's a-shining, and everybody can be off doing what they want to be. Mm-hmm. So.
It's good times.
It is.
I'm trying to,
honestly, these shit show episodes are probably a red flag.
Yeah. The chaos. The chaos for sure.
It's Chappell. I'm hot to go.
I accept the fact that I am enticed by chaos.
You are.
But I also know that I have to have a balance.
That's where I am.
I have to have a balance. Like today, I was supposed to be working on a client right now. Mm-hmm. And she was like, hey, bitch, I'm still at my hair appointment. We running behind. I'm going on a cruise. Can we move to tomorrow? And I'm like, I got to record tomorrow. And then I just call you. I'm like, hey, I'm coming over. I'm bringing you dinner.
Listen, I'm the teat to your tot. Okay?
You are. So, a lot of the red flags that people call red flags, I don't even see as reflags. I'm like, that's a negotiable for sure.
It is very...
That's my toxic trait.
That's negotiable. Okay. That's... okay. Well, everyone's experience is their own. And that's it. They're very situational and very
really
personal.
Is. But, like, I could find myself in so many different situations and still be okay with being me.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing is, like, yeah, you have all these red flags. It's when you alter yourself to
conform to
the red flag that is a no-go. Like, let's not do that.
Yeah. If you're having to convince yourself.
But if you set a boundary up for a red flag and it's responded to and reciprocated,
then that's a whole different story. I would consider that growth in a relationship. Because, everybody has them. Neither one of us are perfect. I know I'm far from it. You know?
Like, all these, like, Lizzo bitches and stuff that are like, why ain't men great till they gotta be great? But, like, all these people that are like, I leave at the first sign, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, no, you don't.
No. You bet the 5th or 6th.
But for 2, like, why would you leave at the first sign?
Right.
Unless it was like a big fat
like
red
if you
flag,
get
you know?
you get like uppercutted, then that's probably a cue you don't need.
If he offers you a booger out of his own nose, that's when I'm like,
well, I love that I went
back away
0 to 100 and you used a booger. Okay. Shows where we are mentally right now.
Red flag for me.
I know.
I don't want to chew on your boogers.
You know what my red flag was? Licking the armpit sweat off your husband's armpits. That's a red flag for me.
I would.
Kristen. Oh, I'm going to gag.
You want to know what's a red flag
No,
for
I
me?
don't. Yeah.
Is beef and Charmin. Don't come at me with my sweat licking. I love a working man. That blue collar
Mine wasn't a working man. Mine was just an unclean woman.
It was the beef and Charmin.
No, listen, you're gonna make me have to tell it. You're gonna make me have to tell it. And I just don't know if the world's ready for that. Because my mom listens, man.
She'll tell it one day.
One day.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
I'll go on live and tell it. That way it's not recorded.
Absolutely lick the sweat out of his armpit, though.
Well, that just is a testament to your love.
And my daddy issues.
Well, and on that note... Okay, I'm done. That's all the red flags I can handle for today.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.